Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. What's going on? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Anthony Irvin here as your host, aka Spoken Life. Welcome to another brand new episode of Table Talk. 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 Welcome to the first episode. This is the 5th episode, episode 7. This is the 10th episode, guys. Episode 12. Welcome to episode 15, episode 18, episode 20. This is episode 22. I want to gladly introduce you guys to this week's Table Talk special guest, Nikki Spafoni, Tom Curtis Jr., Justin Yates, Frank Biscotti, Jairus Cook, Phil Luna, Auburn, Anthony DeSalvatore Jr., Inches from Sin, David Earl, Lisa Lerman, A Day Without Love, John Taylor Jr., Kevin Sataris, Groundless, Nick Lernick, Lauren Davish and Matt Vantine, Jake Matera, June Leonardi of Almost June, Brian Elliott, Andrew Kavanaugh, Zach Chapp. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life, and you are listening to another episode of Table Talk. However, tonight is very special. Today is the 1-year anniversary of Table Talk. Yes, 1 year ago today, I started on this journey as a podcaster, and I can't be happy enough to be celebrating the 1-year mark of this show. I'm very happy to be celebrating and going through a little bit of down the memory lane of the show tonight, and we have a couple special guests that are going to be on here tonight. And I can't wait to be, catching up with them and seeing how they're doing since the show. And I want to thank also everybody who's been watching and sharing, commenting, and who's been actually, showing support for the show. I never would have thought this show would have been in a year already. And I've been loving doing the show. It's been a different side of for me being able to actually be the host of something. I've never been the host of anything, so this show has definitely brought out a weakness that I've now considerably say that I've made a strength. So we've got a great show for you tonight, and without further ado, let's start the show. You're listening to the Table Talk with your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. Tune in every other Thursday starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with me and a new special guest live on Facebook and Twitch. Let's start the show. So we are back, guys. Thank you very much. Also, I wanted to say thank you to my patrons for showing me some extra support. They've been doing an awesome job helping me actually with the show tonight, giving some ideas and throwing back some ideas with them, seeing what they like. And if you guys want to be part of the show, and if you guys want to be helping me out and getting some extra content, make sure you guys are joining the Patreon page. I'll share the link, and the link is actually in the description as well. Patreon.com/table_talk. And you guys can be hooked up with some extra content that doesn't make the show. I've been privileged to be able to put out a couple videos duetting with some of the past guests, namely Nikki Spafoni and Lisa Lerman. So if you guys subscribe today, and usually you'll get the song of the month. That's what the duets are. That's usually what the top tier people get. There's three different tiers. There's a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. So any type of help would be awesome. You don't have to. Just sharing this broadcast is helping even just the slightest bit with just getting this out there, getting new people in the show, and getting the word spread out. I've been honored to actually have a few of the guests that I've had come to me and actually have said, hey, I've been watching the show, and I actually had somebody recommend me to watch the show, and I want to actually come on the show. I would love to actually do some stuff. And I've been honored to actually have those people that came to me and wanted to be on the show. And I was happy to be able to talk with some people that have been great friends of mine that I've either seen in real life and we've actually had a virtual conversation on the show, or people and musicians that I have not had a chance to physically see, neither in real life nor virtual. It's just usually been, through, iMessenger and stuff, and we've actually been able to have our first conversation. So I want to give a shout out to all my past guests who I've had here on the past year. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Thank you for coming on and, sharing your music with the world. And I hope anybody who's been watching those episodes, if you guys have checked out any of the artists, feel free to go back in the back catalog. We've had 22 episodes already this year of different musicians, and we've had a comedian, Jake Matera, who's been on the show, and he's actually putting out his first comedy album, which is coming out, I believe, in a couple weeks. So definitely go check him out. He's a real funny guy, a real good friend of mine from back in the day when we were playing the band scenes in the Delco area. And it's just been an awesome time being able to share music with other musicians and share a common bond with everybody. And that's what this show kind of started out being, just an outlet for different musicians to just share their passion of music, and just kind of give an insider look of the day in, day out of what a musician kind of goes through, and some things that I may have not known about that musician that now I know even more. And I'm glad to have, been able to gain some extra relationships out of this show over the last year. And, it really means a lot to me. And anybody who's watching the show right now, feel free to leave a comment and, say, hey. I want to give a shout out to Bernadette Irvin. Thank you. Happy 1-year anniversary. Thank you. She is actually one of the Patreons, so thank you. And shout out to David Earl and Mary, my other two patrons. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Woo! I think that is Zach Chapp over on the one of the groups there. We'll actually be getting him here in a little while. That's going to be one of our guests tonight. So, but I'm not going to give away who's all going to be here. I think I gave it away on the event page, but kind of wanted to be a little bit of a surprise for everybody. And we got some awesome people coming back and showing their support, and it's gonna be an awesome night, guys. And throughout the show, I wanted to kind of go and break down a couple of my best moments, and little fun conversations I've had, and performances that I've been able to listen to with some of the guests. I was listening a little bit today, and it came to me like there's almost like probably a little over 24 hours worth of video footage of the episodes, going from 22 episodes, plus if you probably put in the bonus footage that you can get over on the Patreon account, you're probably looking at probably about almost another hour's worth of footage that didn't even make the show. And it's extra content that you guys can get over on patreon.com/table_talk. So again, make sure you guys are checking that out. And we have a private community over there, and the public community over on Table Talk. There's a Facebook page, Facebook group page. If you just go in the search on Facebook and type in Table Talk community, there's a little Facebook group. Make sure you guys check that out. And it's a public group, so anybody can join. I'm usually going live from that group as well, and I'm usually posting some updates from the Patreon account and giving people some extra clips and stuff, and extra little ways of some people will be able to find out who the guests will be that day. And so I'm trying to start a little bit more communities and private community wise. So yeah, I never would have thought me as a podcaster, because my family and my wife know I'm not much of a talker. I usually like to try to keep to myself, but this has definitely been something that has been out of my comfort zone. And especially with the times, these in these unprecedented times, but thankfully within these last couple of months, it seems like we're getting out of the we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which is funny, because when I was starting this, it seems like we didn't know where this whole pandemic was going. We were just right in the thick of it. And it was just something that I was like, all right, I mean, this is something that, I mean, I'm not playing music. I'm playing some virtual live streams here and there, but I needed something else to kind of, instead of the whole playing songs almost every 2-3 weeks. So the reason with this starting was I wanted to have something extra outside of me playing music. So I was playing Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I wanted to find something else and something to kind of break up the live stream, cover and original sets. So I started on Tuesdays doing a studio live stream, and I did a couple of those, and they were fun, just kind of showing a little bit of the behind the scenes of writing music and everything. And so I needed something for Thursday, and I was on somebody else's page a couple weeks before that, and something clicked with me, and I was like, what? I think I can probably do something of similarity to being able to bring on, other musicians and talking to them. And, we can play music, talk about music, and, anything else that just comes to mind. And that's the thing with this show. I don't try to have a script with me. I usually like to try to just make it as organic as possible and just let everything kind of vibe out, and wherever our conversations go, they just go. Because sometimes the shows will last almost up to an hour and a half. Sometimes they might last hour and 15 to an hour. And I just feel when you're in a good conversation, I just let that go. And some of the best conversations were just actually that just came out of nowhere. And again, for me, being a person that doesn't necessarily always try to be the person to initiate a conversation, after doing it for a couple episodes, I was starting to learn how to, elongate certain conversations when, there were conversations that weren't really, popping off for the first little bit. I was able to, learn how to kind of keep that conversation going without it being like dead air and everything. But yeah, when it comes to musical performances, I mean, I loved all the musicians you got to check out. They all had great performances. But I do got to give a shout out to Jairus Cook and Phil Luna. They had wonderful performances. They're very talented performers there. We had June Leonardi, who was, on just, I believe it was last month or 2 months ago. There's so many episodes, sometimes I get lost in them. But yeah, there were so many great performances, and there were different styles of music. It's good that, I was able to find a lot of people that didn't just stick to one type of genre. I had people that were strictly, stripped down acoustic styles, like Nikki Spafoni, who would be, just doing a lot of, cover music. And then I had people like Auburn, who has more of a folky, medieval type, sound to her, which is very nice. And it's awesome to be able to see a lot of different talents and styles of music. And Nick Lerwick, who was a folk country singer who was on the show. And it's just I loved being able to have the diversity of music styles. And because my music style is very open, but being able to see how these people write and where their lyrics come from and how they are able to arrange their music, it's seeing how different musicians work is amazing to me, and that's what I loved about being able to start this show, being able to experience different musicians perspectives on their thoughts of music and everything. Happy anniversary on your show. Cheers to many more. Thank you, Elaine. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And anybody else who's on, make sure you guys are sharing out. And you guys are watching Table Talk. We are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Table Talk. Woo! I was thinking of getting the soundbite there. So, yeah, the 1-year anniversary of Table Talk. So make sure you guys are sharing this out with your friends and family. We can get this out and get more people in, and we're going to be having some guests on here within a little bit. I might be throwing on the guitar here in a little bit and giving you guys a song or two while we wait. And cheers to everybody on this awesome Friday night. But yeah, conversation-wise, when it came to conversations, my most recent guest, Zach Chapp, we were having some awesome conversations on the show and off the show of being able to talk about the Delco quarantine open mic and being able to talk about the Delco music scene, how after things start to really open up, and around here in the Delaware County area of Pennsylvania, we are starting to see some bars and restaurants and venues that are starting to allow more capacity and more people to bring in live music. So we are slowly but surely getting back to a normalcy type of thing, and I'm starting to get back into the scene a little bit, and it's been good because during the show I hadn't had a show in those first 8 months, so I went from like March to about October without a show. So to any musician that could probably agree with me, when you go a couple months without not even touching a guitar or playing out to a group of people, when you're so used to it almost every week of the month, you start getting like a jittery feeling of like it's almost like a high, like you need that audience. And it was something that being able to play in front of a cameraed audience, although it was fun because it got your music vibe out, but it was hard being able to actually wait for actual virtual applauses and stuff. So and when I first had that first show back and seeing an audience and them responding, it was like a rush of emotion and happiness that came over, because I hadn't heard that in almost a year, and it's almost like something was just stripped away from you, and they just said, okay, well, here it finally is coming back to you. So I mean, if you've ever had almost something taken away, but then after a while, after a lot of hardships, it comes right back to you, and you're just like, oh, thank God, I needed that. So it's been awesome being able to get back onto the music scene, and I can't wait to fill up a little bit more. It's been a little bit more difficult being able to fill up my schedule, because now, since I do have a little boy on hand, I do spend most of my time catering to him. So he just turned 10 months this week, so he is definitely and again, that's another thing. When I was starting this show, he wasn't even born yet, but we were still on the prowl of like, okay, we got a couple months until he's born, and 1 year in this show, he's 10 months old, and he's starting to crawl around, starting to take his first little steps. He's getting his little chatterbox going. He's starting to have his own little personality, and it's amazing what a baby goes through within that first year. I mean, we've all experienced life, but who really remembers the first year of their life and everything they went through. It's like you can only. It's funny, you can only experience that from the outside, from somebody telling you. You can never really experience that yourself. So I think that's a funny but interesting concept to think that some like a part of your life that you lived but you can't remember it, but only through somebody else telling you how you lived that first year of your life. And that's a pretty interesting concept. So we have a little bit of time. I also before I'm gonna get you know a song or two in, because we got about say about 15 minutes before we get our first guest on here. But uh, yeah, I want to say thank you all for joining me tonight. We're celebrating 1 year of Table Talk. And if you guys want to go back and watch more Table Talk episodes, you can go to my website at spokenlifemusic.com/table dash talk, or you can just go right to the website and hit the Table Talk button right at the homepage. And you can now start watching and listening to Table Talk on Podbean and Spotify. You can listen to it right on Spotify. So if you guys love listening to podcast forms, I have started to make podcast versions of Table Talk. It has been, a little bit more taxing, but, I know people love listening to podcasts, and podcasts are, very big in the communities these days, because people are out and about, so listening to podcasts. And I've actually taken a liking to listening to podcasts these days too. So you guys can listen to it on Spotify. I believe the Spotify link is in the description, if I'm not mistaken. It isn't, but I'll make sure to put that in the comments later. But yeah, let me get this hooked up to get some music in here. And again, if anybody's watching, let me know who your favorite guest was. If you have a guest that you were watching and you really enjoyed, our conversation with them, let me know in the comments. What were your favorite moments that you've seen? If you've been a repeat watcher and viewer of the show, what were your favorite guests? What were your favorite moments? I want to go over them tonight. And there's so many moments, but I would love to hear your guys' perspective and what you liked about the show, because it's one thing me doing this and getting people on that I want to be talking to, but I also want to be having people on that you guys enjoy watching and viewing. So again, and also if you guys have people that you want to see on the show, feel free to message me. Always, my messenger is always on my Spoken Life music page. You guys can always message me there. And if you know me personally, you can find me on Facebook and send me a DM. And we can get you hooked up. I do have some open dates coming. We have a lot of great guests that are coming on in season 2. And it's gonna be great. I don't plan on ending the show when the music scene starts really getting back to normal. I still want to try to do this because I'm only doing it twice a month, so I still don't think that's too hard of a schedule to really commit to. I think every week it would be a little bit more of a commitment with my personal life right now. But I still want to be able to give you guys the love and support of Table Talk, because I love doing this for you guys just as much as I love playing music. But again, this has been something that's been very dear to my heart. I put a lot of time and effort into the production of the show and making sure that this runs smoothly. So yeah, let me get this hooked up for you guys real quick. I wish I had a little be right back thing, but didn't actually make that before. So just give me 2 seconds for you guys. All right. All right. So I'm going to do a song. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. So this is a older song that is more of a ghostier type thing, but I've made it into like a positive spin because I've always felt like, ghost stories are always like so not necessarily negative, but you always hear ghost stories of, ghosts harming people. But I figured, a lot of my music is always like trying to be in a positive direction. So I figured turn it into something that's, a ghost trying to help, ask for help instead of like, they're always like trying to, you always hear of people, talking to the dead, but what if they're just trying to talk to you in a positive manner of being able to find their way home. So this is my rendition of of that. This is called Lonely Soul. I hear your footsteps on the floorboards above. Just like cellophane, you just keep clinging to me. Love you're after, I fear you're seeking. The echoes wake me like a storm in the night. I think I've finally had it with the selfish cries. Love you're after, fear you're seeking. There's a ghost in my presence, and I'm not sure if he's here to send me a sign. Simply haunt my nightly pleasant dreams. You're still calling and I don't know how to cope with these sleepless nights of wondering why you need my help. It's the love you're after, I feel you're seeking. The night air breathes out your silent screams. I'm just trying to find myself out of this dream. Yeah, I see it now, that you were lost and now you're found. There's a ghost in my presence, and I'm not sure if he's here. Send me a sign, and I can finally sleep at peace, knowing I've saved a lonely soul. Now I can finally sleep at peace, knowing I've saved a lonely soul. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, so that was a song called Lonely Soul. And I think I'm going to get one more, and then we'll be bringing on some of our past guests from the show. and we'll be able to talk with them and see where they've been and what they've been up to, and just kind of talk for a little bit. I think everybody's got a little bit of time. And I wish we had more time, but I don't want to try to make this into a very elongated stream where it's going to be lasting all night. But it's going to be fun being able to talk to some past guest people. So, for the last song, I'm going to play my most recent single. So this came out a little over a year ago, and it was funny. I was obviously in January 2020. We had no recollection of thinking of that was going to be a pandemic, 2-3 months from now. But, I released the single in hopes of, trying to get this out, spread the word, and, just have a big package with it. And, 2-3 months down the road, then we start going into the pandemic, and I'm like, well, it's going to be kind of hard, being out, and because you can't really be out promoting it. So it was all just basically social media posting, just trying to, get as many people to listen to the song. But if you haven't listened to this song, you can listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you can usually find, music at. You can go listen to it. You can search Spoken Life music. You can Spoken Life, and the song is called Tonight. So hope you guys like it. Waiting here for you tonight. It's a perfect time for you and I. Is this a dream or is it reality? I always wanna be in the here and now. I can't deny, I just wanna be with you tonight. Two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. You are the one for me, I can see. And this is all I need, just you and me. I can't deny that I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. And I don't wanna sleep at night. I never wanna sleep at night alone. And I just wanna be with you tonight. And I don't wanna be alone tonight. I just wanna be with you tonight. Two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. Thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town and take a ride. I just wanna be with you tonight. The two of us right here, yeah, it's alright. The thought of you just keeps me up at night. So let's hit the town, take a ride. All right. Thank you guys very much. So that song was called Tonight. Again, you guys can check that out everywhere that you can stream music, and you can pick it up. It's right available on my website, spokenlifemusic.com. So would love for you guys to check that out if you haven't yet, and please give it a share. Would love that. And we have our first guest who is waiting in the room for us. So I'm going to get him in here and make sure he's on guest one. And how about we start getting to our guests? We're going to start slightly a little bit early, and we'll just manipulate times here and there. So let's get to our first guest.
As the telephones ring, ring, ring as the raging storm sing, 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 you're a castaway. Communicate.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good. How you been?
Happy anniversary, dude.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's a
So
big deal.
long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. We were just speaking on Wednesday for those that follow me over on the casual.
Yeah,
So,
I was
man,
on the casual this past Wednesday night. I was, with Zach and Chris. It was a fun time. We were able to, talk a little bit about table talk and, talk a little Delco and little Delco quarantine open mic. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. Takes a village. I say it all the time. It's my new motto.
Yeah, man.
And here we
So,
are, man.
so what have you been up to since, the last time we spoke? I mean, you were one of the most recent episodes, but, how's the casual been going for you?
Good, man. Chris, he's back from vacation now. He's back in work mode. So I think right now he's working on a track that we're working on together.
Uh-huh.
So looking forward to that.
Nice.
And hearing what he does. And then basically I've just been booking gigs, so getting some more stuff put in stone.
I saw
And I
your
can make
post today.
announcements
You're
about that.
you're starting to book some shows. Where are you looking?
I got a gig next weekend actually. I'm
Nice.
pretty
Where are you
excited
playing?
about it. Since the last time we talked, it's actually June 12th in oh man, no, I don't have all the details yet. I forget where it is, but you'll see a flyer.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking out for the flyer. And if you guys are watching locally, make sure you check out that and go support a lot of the artists. Because we're starting to slowly start getting back out there, and it's awesome to see everybody starting to book again. It's like the sense of like some normalcy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had a clip from the episode. You were playing your song "Communicate," which you had just released when we were chatting last on the show. So how's the feedback been going with the song, man?
Oh man, great question. Thank you. Yeah, so it's been about a month since it released,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was about a month ago I was on the show,
Yeah.
and I got a review done by Leslie Snyder. And you can look it up. It's a great review. I
Nice.
loved it. It opens up. It's like, what do you think about this? And then at the end, you're like, ooh, it's interesting. A lot of
Yeah.
good energy
Sometimes
in
you're
there.
kind of like, I hope this isn't a bad review, and then you start reading it like, oh, okay, thank God they're actually saying like something good.
Right, right.
Yeah, man. So I see you got your guitar going. Do you want to play something for us real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of a window, right? So
Yeah. I'm kind of giving
cool.
people the option. I mean, if they have some music ready, I'm just gonna let them go for it, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about I probably have time to play one song, and I was like, what song do I play? And then I thought of it. So here we are.
And here we are. So what are you gonna play with
Yeah.
us?
5 years.
Is
David
this a
Bowie.
is this a oh yeah 5 years from David Bowie? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So whenever you're ready, my friend. I'm not doing a little uh you know spotlight thing tonight. So whenever you're ready.
Or if you could just mute your mic, I actually
Yeah.
have
So
it
I'll
going
just
through
mute the mic
the
at least.
TV. I couldn't get it through my headphones. So
pushing through the market square. So many mother signs. News had just come over. We had 5 years left to cry. News guys wept and told her Earth was really dying. Cried so much my face was wet, and I knew he was not lying. Heard telephones, opera house, favorite melodies. I saw boys, toys, electric eyes, and TVs. Brain hurt like a warehouse, had no room to spare. Had so many things and so many things in store, and all the fat, skinny people, and all the taught short people, and all the nobody people, and all the somebody people. Never thought I'd meet so many people. A girl my age went off her head. She hit some tiny children. The black and I pulled her off. I think she might have killed them. A soldier with a broken arm fixes wheels to his Cadillac. Cop knelt, kissed the priest. We threw up at her side of that. Think I saw you in an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't you think you knew you were in the song? It was cold and it rained and I felt like an actor, and I thought of Ma, wanted to get back there. Your face, race, way that you talk, I kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We've got 5 years stuck on my eyes. 5 years, what a surprise. 5 years, my brain has a lot. 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years stuck on my eyes. 5 years, what a surprise. 5 years, my brain had to lie. 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah,
Woo.
5 years. Hopefully it sounded good on your end.
Yes, it did sound good.
Cool.
I do a little bit of Bowie. I do Space Oddity, actually.
Nice. I could do that song too, actually.
Yeah.
That's
it's
like
a-
one of the first songs I learned way back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest Bowie fan, but you know, it's one of those things like you hear a couple of his songs and you're like, okay, I mean, you at least know like some of the hits, you know. So yeah,
I'm otherwise.
yeah, and
love Bowie,
there's
man.
people that love Bowie, and I mean, I respect any type of a musician. I at least try to listen to a couple tracks instead of being like, I've never listened to them. But you know, I always at least try to have at least one song in the catalog from somebody. And if I haven't, I make
right.
sure to update my mental catalog with people.
So the track I'm working on now with my co-host Chris Ryan, it's Rock and Roll Suicide. It's the last track on I want to say that same record, Spiders from Mars.
Okay.
Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars, and so that's I think the first track of the record, and we're working on the last track together. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
So you're working on the last
Oh
track.
yeah, man, it was cool to stop by for a bit. I mean, that was fun.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you were able to kind of do a little small appearance, and
Yeah,
yeah, it was fun. It was fun, man. I really appreciate it. We have
totally.
Bobby Mack says Zach in the box.
Hobby. There he is.
Thank you, Bobby, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man. So you were saying you were working on the last track of the now is it a EP album that you guys are doing, or do you have a release date for it?
Well, no, I'm actually working on a solo record, but Chris came to me and he said, "Hey, you know, I hate the fact that we're all the way across the country,
Mm-hmm.
and I really want to do this track with you. Do you
Right.
think you could do it?" And I was like, Yeah, like I would love to,
Yeah.
I'm happy to do anything with anybody." So we got on the Zoom and we figured out how to so he can hear me while I recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he can see what was going on,
Right.
and then he would literally big, whoop, now it's his screen, and he would do stuff, and then it would go, whoop. Oh, well now there's organ on this, and I can do backup vocals.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Whoop. Back to him, and just
If anything, like the virtual, recording and studio stuff is like big right now because, with everybody, I mean, people can start seeing each other, but I still think it's cool that we have the technology that you can, record with some people, on the East Coast and then have somebody on the West Coast and just kind
1,400
of,
miles
you
away, no
know,
big deal.
yeah, there's unlimited miles to be working with people. Like the
Right.
time is now to be working with and collabing with so many people. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man,
Happy to be
it's
here.
been fun, and thank you for being on the show and tuning in. Would definitely love to do this again in the future. It was awesome being able to get to know you personally because I know we've only really chatted through Messenger, so it was great being able to do the show with you and get to know you on a personal level. Hopefully, within these next couple months, we can meet up at an open mic and kind of jam out
Yeah,
together.
man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can send you out the details for the gig. It's at a record store. I know that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I've never played in the
yeah.
record store
I'll
before.
definitely keep updated with a lot of your gigs and stuff.
Yeah, I was actually working on the poster, just like the background, and I was like, oh, I have this in like 20 minutes, don't I?
It's
Here
all
we are.
good, but I usually don't
Yeah,
just
man.
I usually don't try to just like cut people off like, oh, okay, but no, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And so this has been Zach Chap, everybody. So, and if you want to check out our episode, it's episode 22. You guys can check that out on Podbean, Spotify, and on YouTube. And if you want to see any bonus footage, you guys can sign up to the Patreon page. So
Go
thanks
for
again,
it.
Zach. Zach, really
Thank you.
appreciate it,
How
man.
do I hang up? Do I just hit hang up?
Yeah, and I'll get to my other page here. So thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So that was Zach Chap. It was really awesome being able to get to, meet him and virtually meet him. We haven't met in person yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And we have our next guest here in the green room. I'm going to get her set up so we can, start being able to chat with her. And, we have another awesome guest that's coming our way in another minute. So let's see who our next guest is, everyone.
Sooner or later, they're gonna need us. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Ooh, then they first hear the china shatter.
Hello. I can't hear your mic. Can you hear me? I assigned you as the guest. Okay. Sorry, everyone. A little technical difficulties. Yeah, I'll go back to the main page if you want to figure it out real quick. All right, I'm gonna go to the main page and I'll see what's going on. Hold on, real quick. Sorry, guys. A little technical difficulties. Let me see if I can add her back in. And now let's see if we can go back. Hello, hello. Okay, so she's going to go back in. Sorry, so that was Auburn, everybody. We're trying to get her back. We're trying to get her in here, and I was expecting a couple little hiccups here, but that's with live streaming. So get her back in here. Hello, hello. Check, check, 1, 2. I'm not sure if she's hearing me on that end or. I'm sorry. I'm not even sure why the thing is, and you're not muted, so I. I wish I could hear what you're saying. Let's see. Wondering why I cannot see. Well, I can see, but I'm wondering why I cannot get your audio. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Ugh. Technical difficulties with sound, everyone. Let me see if I can bring you in as a second. Can you hear me now? No? Oh, man. I'm trying to think of what I can. Let me see if I can add. No, I can't. I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah, I do not know why I cannot hear you.
Maybe this one?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Huh?
Yes,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I'm getting level on this one,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
but now I'm not sure
I
why
can
I'm
hear
not
you.
getting. Yeah. You hear me now?
Yes. but you can't you can't hear me.
Well, yeah. I'm still not hearing you for whatever reason.
I do not know why. Do you have a guitar?
Goodness gracious. Because I have everything going through my interface, which is plugged in, plugged, right here, and it was working just fine earlier.
Technology. Sorry, guys. I don't know why.
Like everything else on my computer.
Yeah, because I got everything
here.
set up on my end. Check. Got it? Wait. Now I can't hear you.
Yes? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yay!
All right, yay. And we're back. Oh, jeez.
My goodness.
I love the internet.
Amazing, right?
So sorry about that. So how are you doing, by the way?
I'm good.
Now that we can actually hear each other, I've been like,
right?
It's none more of that. So what have you been up to since the last time we've talked?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. Playing, doing the streaming thing, doing the music thing, playing gigs and stuff.
Keeping busy. That's awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's Nashville been?
Good.
It's been kind of starting to get a little bit. Has it kind of really gotten to a point where a lot of things were shut down to a point, or they were kind of really,
Only in the very beginning.
and then everything kind of started opening back up, and it's been like that since. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Less people and less, but now it's pretty much back to normal, if not more so. People coming out and packing in
Right.
like sardines. Yeah.
Yeah, we're up here in PA. We're just now like getting out of like everybody's starting to go back to 100% capacity, and so it's starting to have like pack bars and pack venues, and it's a little scary, but a little to the point where like it's needed. Like we need. I mean, somebody's got to be the guinea pig in this situation. I'm just not going to be that one. But I mean, I'm vaccinated, so I feel a little bit more comfortable. Yay for vaccination, people. I feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that, I am. And, but, I've been out and about anyway, here and there, doing some things. So, some of my family members, I'm just starting to try to slowly get them back out into, the world, because, my wife's been, home with little guy, and, she doesn't really go too many places other than work and home. And, I'm doing usually the same thing, if not, going back and forth with certain things. But, it's funny to say like, oh, I'm just trying to get back out when, you're used to just staying at home, and you like, it's almost like it's a new world going out there. It's like, something totally different that we're not used to, even with like the mask mandates kind of being, taken down. It's still weird, going to places without a mask. I still wear it every once in a while, even when I'm inside. Outside, I don't think I've really even worn, even before the mandates really telling you to not do it outside. If I wasn't around people, there's no point. But even with a couple people, that I felt that I could trust, I wasn't really. But still inside, I'm like, I'm probably gonna do that for still a little while until I start feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, it's understandable. So, do you have any music things that are coming out in the near future, like original cover wise?
I've got a couple of things that I'm kind of working on. It's not call sign Scarecrow, whose name is Matty Twig. His username on Twitch is call sign Scarecrow, and he and I wrote a song together called "You Haunt Me," and we've been talking through and like planning and doing the beginning stages of a music video. So
nice.
That is in the works, so to speak.
Awesome. Well, be sure everybody to look out for that. Auburn is a very, very talented Nashville artist, and she has also another show, kind of like Table Talk. I mean, she's been running it way longer than me, but she does a little thing like this on Wednesday nights, and I usually try to tune in every once in a while when I can on Wednesday nights, and it's a awesome thing to kind of, like I was saying earlier, that we can talk with other musicians, and now that live streaming's kind of been like the new thing in a way. We can just be able to talk in like a personal level instead of just talking through iMessenger.
Right. Yeah, it's nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, there's Trevor. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Trevor.
Yeah, it's I really appreciate you being able to come on the show, and because I know we've only known each other through very small things, so we were able to kind of have a little bit more of a conversation and know each other a little bit more. And hopefully, my bucket list is to get out to Nashville one day. So hopefully we can meet up and play some gigs. That'd be awesome. That'd be great to actually meet you down there.
Heck yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So thank you all, but I really appreciate it. And let's keep in touch, and I'll definitely be talking to you.
Definitely. Congratulations.
And thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the little technical difficulties in the beginning, but
it was my issue. It's fine.
It's all good. But thank you. And make sure you guys check out Auburn at Auburn Music, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Yep.
You guys can check out her music
TikTok,
and check out a live stream. She's always live streaming. She's always out there. So make sure you guys check her out.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. So that was Auburn Music, and I had an awesome time with her. She was on episode 7, and I had an awesome time with her. She's a very great Nashville artist. She's doing a lot of the cover band scene out there. Would love to make it out to Nashville one day. And Trevor, Auburn should have you on her show. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, I would love to be on her show one day. So, we can get that set up too. Whenever she has time, whenever I have time, we can definitely get that set up. So, would definitely love to. But yeah, moving along, I have my next special guest that I'm getting set up here, and let's see who our next special guest is now.
You don't ever want to say you're a victim of anxiety, a broken society. And I don't ever want to give up again. Tell my best friend.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing good, man. How you been?
Busy. We
Busy,
got a lot of life changes, but a lot of good life changes happening. But I can't complain.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about those, and congratulations on the life change that you've been doing. I'm not sure if you wanted to make it any public or anything, but yeah,
Totally.
Congratulations on the move, buddy.
Yeah. I'm moving to a new place. The documentary is taking a new phase, so I've been doing a lot of scoring and adding sounds on that. The album's come a long way. It's still not even close to being done, but it's come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new job in the tech industry. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of different changes since the last time we kind of talked, but it's good, positive things, and that's always good.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep. I can't complain too much. What about you?
Yeah, just been trying to, get some gigs back here and there, and like I said, I have a day job as well, so I've been doing the 9 to 5, and so I work in a laboratory, so I feel like the last couple of months have been that much more busier, and it's been funny because when we're trying to get supplies, we have to order out months and months in advance, because with everybody doing clinical trials and wanting more and more in supplies and stuff, it's been really busy trying to get things on back order. Just the simplest things, like if you're trying to get pipettes and pipette tips, like they usually take maybe a couple days to a week to come out. Like you have to back order. They're back ordered like months and months because everybody's ordering.
True.
It's crazy, but I'm glad to see that we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's because I think since we were talking, seemed like we were just getting to the portions of vaccines starting to come out, but now that we've gotten to the point where almost 50-70% of people are vaccinated at this point, which is really cool. And it's just showing signs that hopefully and I always quote the normal, but hopefully the getting back to normal is hopefully sooner than later.
Agreed. Yeah, I've played 2 in-person shows in the past 2 weeks. One was outside in Philly, and I had no idea what to expect, and I was just like, wow, a lot of people really want to see music. Like you read about it and talk about it on the internet, but then when you see it, you're like, wow, people are singing along. I don't even have to do it, and
right,
that's the whole thing. And then the second time, it was a digital and a real-time show at the same time. I went to a friend's housewarming, and it overlapped with a friend's charity concert. And I was like, oh, I don't want to crash your housewarming with a live stream. Can I use one of your rooms? She's like, no, you're playing a house show at my house. So I played to 30, 40 people. And
that's awesome.
It became a house show. So yeah.
I've always had friends that played house shows, and they had the funnest times. I've never personally. Yeah. I've played in a garage type thing that, and there were just friends of bands and stuff, and it was after a show, and we're like, well, the other band was like, well, we don't feel like going home and just going to bed. Do you guys want to come back and just jam? We're like, we don't got anything to do, so we just
Yeah.
we just packed up our stuff after the gig, went to their house in Delaware, and we just started setting up again. We played a whole another set of stuff, and we we shared equipment, and it was probably one of the funnest gigs I've ever played, which wasn't I guess you can't really even technically say it's a gig, but it was a gig that was like a private thing, that just because it was just from you were playing for musician friends, so it was fun.
Exactly.
And I mean, especially when you have that community back of you, and just you don't have to have a lot of pressure on you, because you're just playing for people that you already know, so
Totally.
there's nothing that you're really being like, oh well, I got to be on my P's and Q's with this. Like, no, you're just playing for fun.
Yeah, house shows are definitely a lot more comfortable and lax in that way, and I like that a lot more. I mean, and granted, there's still sound checks and things like that. It just doesn't feel like, oh man, I messed up a note or whatever. Like, everyone's here to have fun. So, yeah.
Right. I mean, I know probably not like right now, but like is like house shows still relevant in Philly? To do they still do like those type of things? I mean, obviously not within the last year, but
yeah, I mean, like, there's two ways of looking at this. So I think a lot of people are thinking of it like, well, house shows aren't legal right now. And like, that's funny, because house shows were never legal.
Right.
But I'm going to say the consequences are going to probably look really bad if you try to throw a house show right now. Like, I know a lot of people are trying to be antsy, and some people already have thrown house shows.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, out anyone's house or anything like that. But I think the closest thing we're going is like tomorrow's West Philly Porch Fest.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And it's just because, like, yeah, almost 50% of the city might be vaccinated, but 50% still means 50% of the city.
That is true. That is true. I mean,
that's putting people in danger. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, getting out there and, trying to just say like, oh, we're just having a show, but trying to do it in the safest way possible, because, you never want to be the cause of, 100+ people or so, like, catching something, God forbid,
Exactly. I like that. No, I like that you said that, because it's like, back in the 20s, I believe it was like one spit, like, took all of Philly. Mm-hmm. Well, not all of Philly, but a lot of Philly. And the same thing could happen again.
Yeah.
Whether it's a house show or an arts festival, farmers market, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah.
Yeah. And, the thing, especially, I mean, knowing that people are, getting vaccinated, but, it's always that thing in the back of your mind, like, we're starting to open up everything. We're starting to, get back to 100% capacity, but you always have in the back of your head, like, what if this just turns into another spread and we go back to, everything going back to what it was? You always have that in the back of your mind. You don't want it to, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen.
And the truth is, it's happened to other countries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, why are we unique? I don't know. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not saying that it can't happen, but that's like the risk you take. And like I was saying earlier, I mean, somebody's got to be the guinea pig in the situation. But I mean, I don't want to try to be the guinea pig, but I'll be glad to watch the guinea pig do it before I do.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Definitely hear that.
So
you're right.
Yeah, I mean. So on the music wise, I mean, you said you're working on your documentary, you're working on another album, you were saying?
Yeah. The working title now is Stranger That You've Met Before. I might have other titles, but I could definitely show you one of the songs from the record. It's called Show Friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if you want me to play it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. If you have it hooked up, yeah. Or if you're gonna play it, sure.
I'll play it live.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Here we go. Send one message and I found a friend. Looked at my schedule and it was open. Packed my bags and I'm ready to leave. It's time to search for some inner peace. 'Cause everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. with strangers and hugged some lovers, slept on couches and used some covers, eating food and feel your moods. Time to do it again and again. 'Cause everywhere I go, I make new friends. Everywhere I go, I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go, I make new friends. Everywhere I go, I learn a lesson. Said my thank yous and gave my hugs, took my selfies and showed some love. Music needs unity, it needs more diversity. I'm gonna change this world, 'cause everywhere I go, I make new friends. Everywhere I go, I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go, I make new friends. Everywhere I go, I learn a lesson.
I like that, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to hear the the recording of it.
Yeah, it's a full band version.
I was just gonna say that would be awesome to put a full band on that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like a like a pop punk feel on that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you again for being on the show. It was a pleasure
Anytime.
getting to finally meet you and actually have a conversation with you. Hopefully, again, just like I've been saying, everybody, hopefully within these next couple of months, maybe we can meet up and, actually meet in person at an open mic or just, grab some lunch or something or dinner. That'd be cool. Kind of just, sit back and chill out,
So I'll be out and about, so let's do it.
Yeah, man. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time, buddy. Thank you.
I'm sure. I'll talk to you.
Talk to you, brother. All right, guys, so that was A Day Without Love, and he was on episode 12 of Table Talk. So if you guys want to go check that out, you guys can check out the episode on YouTube, and you can check out the audio, I believe, right on the Spoken Life Table Talk website. And make sure you guys check out A Day with Love, his page. He's got a lot of things coming up, a documentary and, new music. And so he's definitely, working his butt off, doing a lot of stuff. So make sure you guys check him out on Facebook, Instagram, everything. A Day Without Love, guys. So we got our next guest who's been patiently waiting and can't wait to talk to him. It's been a little bit. And let's get to our next guest.
The fields start to catch the flame as I'm watching burn today. The sky is full with soot and everything is gray. I smell it in the air, the heat surrounding me as I burn it down for all to see.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, can you see me? Okay.
Yes, I can.
My office is a mess right now, so I thought going outside would be nice. But everywhere I sit, the sun's kind of in my face, so
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
hope you can see me okay.
There you go. I'm trying not to get a big face on you.
If it's too windy or something, let me know. I'll run inside, okay?
Yeah, no problem. I actually don't even hear the wind. If you can just
Cool.
kind of like move over to your left or right. There you go. Now you're in focus. Ah, that sun. I hate that.
hmm How's it
So-
going?
Good, man. How you been?
Things have been crazy. Pretty crazy last couple months. But it's been all right. It's been all right. Congratulations on your anniversary. And
Thank you,
for
man.
having
Really
me.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Here, I'm gonna go inside because the sun is just killer.
Yeah, man. I totally
This should be
agree.
better. Sorry.
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
I don't want to go too public with a lot of things you've been going through, but I just want to say glad to see that you're doing better, and I know you've been going through a lot, but glad to see you're hopefully recovering pretty well, and how's that been with being able to kind of put like the music aside with all that stuff? I'm sure you're itching to kind of get back a little bit.
Yeah, sort of. Am I breaking up here? It looks like
No,
you're
your
breaking up on
audio's
my
good.
side.
Am I breaking up for you
Can you?
or?
No, it's okay. Can you push the camera out though? Because every time I move it,
Ye-
it's like a macro lens. It's like super sensitive. So sorry if I'm bouncing around.
Nah, it's all good.
Um,
There you go.
no, things have been crazy. Sorry, my camera's nuts, guys. Things have been crazy. Basically, in short, I had a barbecue explode on me, and then I had basically pancreatitis and a bunch of kidney stones and a whole bunch of problems happen all in like 1 week, including my PC getting a power surge. And
Oh man.
I'm in the middle of working on like a whole bunch of projects, so it really sidelined me. So music is just a thought right now. I'm
Yeah.
in recovery mode, but I've got a whole bunch of irons in the fire. I'm working on a small little podcast of my own and
Yeah,
trying to work on
I
a
was
new.
just thinking of that. I mean, you were thinking about doing a podcast, and what were you thinking with what were you thinking like the podcast was going to be about?
Well, I podcasted for like 7 years and we did nothing but have local music on there. And I'd like to have it somewhat be about music, but it's probably just going to center around what I do and some of my hobbies and things of that nature and maybe things that have to do with the subject matter of some of the music I do.
Uh huh.
Um, but right now I'm trying to just set up some interviews with a few friends that share a few different passions. I don't know how long I'm going to do the podcast for. I'd like to do it up until I get to the studio, kind of document that. So it might be like a 1 season, 2 season kind of thing.
Uh huh.
But hopefully it'll be done soon. Basically, I got like 17 projects sitting in my Final Cut right now, and I'm afraid to turn on my computer. But within the next couple weeks here, hopefully it'll be good to go.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely be looking out for it, and hopefully to catch a couple of the episodes. And I saw you were you're always doing little posts on not fundraisers but little merch store sales too. Like you had one recently again, didn't you? Or
Yeah, I just put out a limited run of shirts. I'm trying to basically just fundraise as much as I can.
mm-hmm.
I plan to go back to Chicago to work with a studio that I really enjoy working with. But the project that I'm trying to do is definitely not going to be cheap. So I've got two new T-shirt designs I threw out there and a few fundraiser bundles. If you check
Yeah,
out the website, you can find out all that kind of information, all that fun stuff.
right. And that's justinyates.net if I'm
Yeah, yes,
correct.
sir.
Yeah. So yeah, always checking out justinyates.net for all your updates. And do you have a newsletter or a street team as well?
I do on Facebook. I really dislike social media, but I do post more and more in like the street team and
Yeah.
Instagram and all that fun stuff. But if you go to the website, there's links for all that kind of junk there. How are things on your side of the pond, man? We haven't talked in a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a little same thing, just kind of I think because we were on the third episode, so I wasn't even thinking about hey, this little man's gonna be here pretty soon. It was like oh, we got about a couple months to go. But yeah, man, he's been up and about. He's starting to kind of start crawling around a little. He's crawling around now, but he's starting to actually start taking his like first couple steps. Like if he's holding up on like the sofa, he's starting to kind of crawl, walk to the sides and everything. I'm like, no, in about another month or two, he's getting it.
You got to bust out the pots and pans, give him some wooden spoons. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's already been looking at my guitar and kind of like I want to play that, and he starts like hitting on the guitar, kind of grabbing onto the strings. And there was one time I was just kind of like having him in my lap and kind of having the guitar right in front of him, kind of just showing him, hey, this is how the guitar goes, and kind of just showing him like the ins and outs, and he's like paying attention to you. It's funny.
That's awesome, man.
And and I don't want to always like say that it seems like he has like a musical ear, but like he'll be watching his TV shows. He loves Mickey Mouse. So when he hears like the theme song, whatever he's doing, he'll be just like, he hears the theme song and he'll be like and he'll just be like dead-eyed onto the TV until that intro's done. We'll be feeding.
Nice.
He'll be feeding and then once that TV show's on or the intro starts, he'll stop drinking and watch that intro, and once that's done, he'll start drinking again. he needs absolute
Hypnotic, man.
no no interruption during his things.
It's nice, man. It's good to see you smiling, having fun with it, man. That's great.
Yeah, man, it's definitely something that, it's amazing to see what, your first life, what your first year of life is like. Because I mean, I was saying this earlier when I was starting the thing tonight, that it's one of those things like we all have been through our first year of life, but we rarely remember what it's like. But the only ways we can remember it is through somebody else, unless you've had like some type of like vintage memory of your first year. I mean, I know I don't remember my first year, but it's like, it's funny, like the only thing that you would think like you would remember a lot of your life, but the only way like your first year is usually like, oh, mom, how was I like as a baby, or dad, what was I like, in my first year? Like you can never really remember. So it's amazing, watching him grow up so quickly, and like the the milestones and the things that he goes through, and it's amazing to kind of see, and just how he's so in tune with himself and in tune with the world, just at that like young of an age.
Well, the next couple of years, you're just going to see that sponge get filled more and more and more, and it's going to be really interesting to see that develop. So that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're taking to fatherhood with such a stride and enjoying it so much. That's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. And it's been awesome to kind of catch up, and I know it's been a while since we kind of did one of these things, and hopefully one of us can either get out to the East Coast, or I'll get out to the West Coast, whenever that could be. But it'd be awesome to kind of get back on the scene, to kind of meet up and chat up, hopefully.
Well, I'm planning on it. I was trying to change my camera here, as I probably just screwed up everything. So I was going to show you this vehicle that I'm using to get on the road, but I hope to get back there soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll have to definitely touch base, man. I'm actually getting a bunch of interviews ready, but I'll try to get you on this podcast that I'm doing, because I'd love to pick your brain and sit down and talk a little bit more about stuff, when we got a little bit more time. But, thanks again for having me on in the first place, and having me back on here. Hopefully I won guest of the year. If not, I understand. It's okay. It's no big deal. But, congratulations. Hopefully here's to another awesome year. And thank you for being an avenue for all of us to kind of, get the word out about what we're doing. That's awesome of you to do that, man.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. And this is, something that, us as musicians share. And, I feel it's something that, I want to see more often with a lot of musicians, instead of it always being like, I want to be kind of better than that person, or they need looking up to certain people. And I'm not sure if we lost Justin, but
no, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's just a black screen right now.
Yeah, I'm here. Just that my camera is all screwed up. I don't want to touch anything at this.
Okay. I guess he was just mad because he didn't win the award tonight. It's all good.
No.
But no, it's been awesome being able to, catch up, and being able to, share the common, music lives with other musicians, and talking about how they go through it, man. So I want to say thank you, and let's talk about, getting on the podcast, man. I'll definitely be available whenever you're ready.
Yeah, for sure. I got a few in the pipeline right now, but I would love to chat more with you when you got time. Hey, do you feel like Dick Clark tonight?
It's definitely, different, because I'm, bringing people in, bringing people out. It's like you're a news anchor right now.
Exactly. I thought this would be a different change of pace for you, but I've been watching the stream and it's going smoothly. And
yeah,
again,
man, I'm very surprised. It's been going really well tonight. Only like one or two like hiccups, but it's been going great, man. But thank you again, Justin. I really appreciate it. And we'll be in touch. And, guys, check out Justin Yates, justinyates.net. Check him out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hit him up. Check out his music. Buy a CD. Make sure you guys support him. And, Justin, I'll be definitely talking to you, brother. Have a good one, and, take care.
I swear I'm waving goodbye right now, guys. Thank you.
I believe you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Take it easy, brother. Have a good one.
All right. Have a good one. See ya.
See ya. All right, guys, that was Justin Yates. and he's a very dear friend of mine from over on the West Coast. We were able to actually meet up a couple years ago, I think back around 2012. We played a couple shows together. He was out on tour, and I got to help him out with a couple gigs around the Philly area, and we were able to share the stage. So he's been a very dear friend of mine, and I was glad to get him on Table Talk in episode 3. He was my third guest. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check it out on YouTube, the full video version, and I would love you guys to check it out and share with everybody. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Happy 1 year. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. That's Jim Cunningham. He's one half of the Woodland String Band open mic. So, and I think they just passed their 1 year, not too long ago. So happy 1 year to the Woodland String Band. So I see we have our next guest patiently waiting in the room here. So we're going to get to our next guest here, guys. So here we go.
Make this easy so I can find my way. I wanna find my way. Ambitious, high and trying, ready to start flying. Wanna find my way. Wanna find my way.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yo, what's going on, Anthony? Happy Friday night.
Happy Friday, yeah.
Congratulations, your 1 year accomplishment of podcasting Table Talk.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. And, happy 1 year to the Delco After Dark as well. You guys just passed the 1 year mark, a couple weeks ago, last month?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had our dadiversary, and it was a good old time. Yeah, we have a Friday night podcast. Yours is normally Thursday though, so this is throwing me off a little bit here.
Yeah, it is, but... and I was thrown off myself, kind of just doing on a Friday night. But I wanted to make sure it was on the day of the 1 year. So kind of doing a little trickery on you.
Method for the madness. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for having me involved. Yeah, this has been cool. I think the last time I was on here I had a big old mustache, but
yeah, we kind of had a little bit of a facial change.
Yeah, I only do that for Q4. That's for the Movember Foundation. My mustache has donated thousands of dollars to men's health awareness. I do it specifically for colon cancer. My dad passed away a few years back of stage 4. So, in honor of him, we grow our mustache. At least I grow my mustache, and sometimes we do like a save it or shave it at my gigs, where like I'll set up the 2 jars, and whoever wants to save or shave, whatever, you put the money in there, and whatever money we generate for that night goes towards the foundation, Movember Foundation. So it's a great thing for men's health awareness. Yeah,
that's great. That's a good little thing that you've done, and I've seen that posting about that, and it's a really nice tribute to kind of just give back to others, and kind of making other people aware that it
feels good. Yeah, and like I can't really grow a beard, so like having the mustache, and it's kind of almost a part of my brand. Like I have some logos stashed away that will come out Q4 probably this year that will have the mustache back, and yeah, it's kind of when I don't have it, people will go, "Who's that guy?" They don't.
Yeah, I feel you kind of like branded the mustache, thing, and maybe being a beard. Like this is like the extent of my beard, if you even call that a beard. It's not like a full grown man beard, but it's. I call it a beard. Damn it! So
got to keep that consistency for your brand. Yeah, but yeah, just doing a lot of stuff over this past year. I mean, I know you've been working really hard on your, on your streaming and your podcast. I mean, I've been kind of doing the same thing as you, man. We got the podcast. Carl's the producer. I market the thing. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, just working on like my my virtual presence, getting the sound really good coming out of the mixing board. Making sure that the digital conversion is doing what it's supposed to do and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and trying to figure out ways to get, scheme views. The one thing I was doing was putting together sets where I'd play one artist and then share that set on different artist group pages, which would really help it get up to thousands and thousands of views sometimes. So organically, which is kind of what I've been doing. Also my own website. Yeah, built that thing out about 3 times the size, and the traffic tripled along with the size. So
I was just
same
over
thing
on
with
your website. I really
yeah.
like the organization of it, man. It's now that we're kind of
Thank you.
starting to get our gigs back here and there, and starting to fill up our schedules. The websites aren't being as empty as they were.
Definitely, yeah. The calendar's opening. I got some open mics coming up. Me and Tom Curtis Jr. We started our open mic
Yes.
about a month ago over at the Evil Genius on Front Street. They call that the Lab, the big brewery over in Fishtown.
Fishtown,
That's
okay.
Tuesdays, 6 to 9. And that's a cool vibe. We're gonna, we've been seeing new people every time we go, so it's a growing type of thing. And actually, I just announced a brand new open mic for this Thursday coming up in South Philly. At the Woodland String Band Mummers. That's on 3rd Street, 2041 South 3rd Street, I believe. Anderson Hall, but we'll do that on Thursdays, 7 to 10. So that's going to, some open mic scenes coming back a little bit. And catch me at O'Connell's Tavern tomorrow night in Springfield on Saxer Avenue, Springfield, PA, Delaware County. I'm a Delco guy. We know each other from Coffee Club in Media, Pennsylvania. That's the coffee shop that I worked at for quite some time. But yeah, it's been good to hang along with you over these years. Now we go digital. Man, I was watching you downstairs. I had you playing guitar on the soundboard on my sound bar. I'm sorry, and it sounds like you're in the room playing for me. You know what I mean? Like who needs to be? Who needs to pay for gas money?
Right.
The technology has come so far, and we can do some really nice stuff with the production like you're doing on your screen here. So
and I got to give it up to Carl Park, because he helped me really up the game on this show too, because I was trying to tell him, how do I get the interviews going too a little bit easier, because I was really trying to think like OBS and then I found Ecamm Live, which I'm running this through now, and it's a really good feature. It's only Mac, but it's been doing me really well since I think like episode 15 or something. Or
good.
14.
Yeah, he's a techie guy. Yeah, he's a PC guy. I'm more of I do both. I do Mac and PC, but I lean more towards the Mac because it's a little bit better in terms of if you're doing like video content, audio content, and you don't want to have to worry about losing a lot of your art. That's a big thing. And PCs, they're glitchy. They crash with that type of thing. So the Macs are a little bit more stable for that type of work.
Yeah, and I've always had the thing that this was that my Mac couldn't hold, but I just recently, over the last couple episodes, have finally invested in getting an Ethernet cable, and it's been taking my instead of going off my Wi-Fi, because the first couple episodes I was really going off my Wi-Fi, and I would have a lot of the crashes and everything, and I would have to restart the streams. Ever since I've been plugging in the Ethernet cable, no internet issues.
Game changer,
nothing.
right?
Yeah, man. I'm like, what? Why did I wait this damn long?
There's all these like tricks that you have to do when you're streaming. Like even when you're doing Instagram Live, like if you switch to the if you have a 5G on your Wi-Fi, if you can switch to the 5 network and be, of course, like right next to the damn router, you got to be as close to that thing as you can.
Yeah.
But the Instagram Live will work so much better. You could be on the other network as close as you want to that route. That additional bandwidth really helps with the video and
it does.
The latency and everything like that. So, but yeah, a lot of fun technology we've been examining over the past year. Yeah, hopefully I'm feeling the music, a little bit of a renaissance. All these artists that were trapped inside, they have their art and now they're flourishing. They're just sharing it with everybody. I was just over at the Ardmore Spring Fest on Sunday. Kind of got rained out, but we had Vile Bread, Curtis Jr., Grizz, and the Slow Response, and I got to MC the thing. It was a fun old time. The whole Delco gang was there, and even though it was a little wet, it was still a fun day, even without the sun.
I was watching you and Tom's videos with that, and it seemed like a fun time.
Probably do something in the fall again. Maybe they'll ask us back. But that's a cool little spot across from the Ardmore Music Hall and that little shopping center over there. But yeah, I know I'm coming up on the end of my time here. Catch me over on Delco After Dark later tonight.
Yeah, guys, go check Delco After Dark.
11:30 Eastern, and then I'm over at O'Connell's Saturday night. That's the Springfield spot, the Old Duke's Tavern, where Tommy and I play a lot, and yeah, I'll be over there 8 to 12. I got my Martin guitar back, brand new Fishman pickup. Last time I played there, I had to play Carl's Ovation. So
And I
should
think
be a
at the
treat
time we
to be.
were
Yeah.
when we were shooting your episode, you had the Martin in the shop, I think. So it's cool to see that the Martin's back in your hands, doing well, man.
Yep, it's got some bum parts, but finally figured it out. And Ronnie Capefield, got a shout out to him, Arpeggio Music, straighten my guitar out, got it playing
Ronnie
perfect. So
Capefield
yeah,
is a man.
catch me tomorrow in Springfield at O'Connell's with you. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for having me on tonight, man.
Absolutely, brother. Make sure you guys check out Frank on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, Frankie Biscuits on Instagram, and then frankbiscotti.com for pretty much everything. But yeah, I'm on Spotify. My Now EP that I released back in 2016. That's a 5-song EP. Check me out on there.
Yeah, and the song we were playing as the intro was from the Now EP, so make sure you guys check that out on Spotify, anywhere you guys stream. Make sure you check out Frank.
WHYY 909. Yeah, they're all latching on to more than ever. Yeah.
And make sure you guys check them out tonight on Delco After Dark, the Dad Crew. So I'll be tuning in for you guys a little bit. So thanks, Frank. Really appreciate you being on the show.
Peace,
hopefully
Anthony.
we can meet up in real person soon. So I hope to get that going too.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll have to do some open micing and some jamming for sure. But yeah, thanks for having me, and congratulations again. Happy anniversary there, Table
Thank
Talk.
you, brother. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, man. Later.
All right, guys, that was Frank Biscotti. He was from episode 4 on Table Talk. So you guys can check that out on YouTube if you want to go rewatch the episode. And if you want to support Frank, go make sure you're checking him out on Facebook, Instagram. Go stream his Now EP on Spotify, and he's starting to, as well with a lot of musicians in this area and a lot of other areas, are starting to fill up their gig schedule. He's playing tomorrow night at O'Connell's in Springfield. It used to be the old Duke's Tavern. I think I played there a couple times a few years ago. It was a really nice spot. And, go support your local musicians who are, just starting to really get their gigs back, and we're gonna need all the support we can, and as long as everybody's feeling safe and comfortable, feel free to come out and support your favorite local musicians, guys. So again, we have our next guests that are coming on soon. I'm getting them set up here, and let's check out our next guest. I think we're gonna get a little heavy here, guys, so hold on to self.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
how's it going?
Good.
Just want to apologize. We're a little short-handed here. It's just me and Brandon tonight.
No problem. I'm trying to get you guys in the little frame here.
There we go.
Which way I gotta leave?
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Camera's right there, bro.
Yeah, guys, how you been?
How's it going?
All right, brother.
Nice to meet you. Nice to be on your show again, Anthony. And
Yeah, man, it's been
I
good
wish you
since
happy-
we last seen each other.
yeah. And
So
just wanted to
what's
wish you a happy
what's the band
anniversary
been
on
up
the
to
show.
since we last seen each other? What's the band been up to?
A lot of writing.
Yeah, just been writing. Last couple months been a little chill for us. We obviously with shows getting back up and going again, we want to get back into that. So we're
Yeah.
starting to get ready, do shows again.
Trying to get in show shape, little cab lifts.
You
Reshirt.
believe that? That'll definitely get you in the shape really quick.
Yeah, we start practices are now. We're not practicing. When we get together for practice, all we're doing is we're just packing up our gear, carrying it downstairs, and carrying it back up, like suicides.
I remember that. I do not miss it.
Yeah,
Like I
but
said,
will-
all I have to do is just grab this little small PA, and I'm good.
Listen, man, it's getting hot out. I propose a ban on 810s. And
Hell yeah, man. Like I
Anthony,
said,
you
you don't
know
even need
this-
any weights. So
Anthony, you know the stairs to my room, and Harry is trying to convince Ryan to get an 810, and everyone in the band's
Nope.
like, "No,
not having it.
no.
like, I'm not." I was like,
Hell
I'm-
no,
you're
Harry.
Not gonna, Like, you can bring that 810 up here
I
by
want
yourself.
it in writing. I'm not helping nobody carry that.
Right. Whoever buys it has
carry-
to bring it up the stairs and down the stairs.
I've carried way too many 810s up them stairs.
Not my chair, not my problem.
Exactly. I don't play that instrument anymore. Yeah.
Man.
So, you guys had Denial out when we were last on. So how has the single been going, and how has it been responding for you guys?
Well, it's been going pretty good, but it's a little hard to gauge, being we're still pretty local, and they're not being many shows to play.
Yeah,
but I can't wait to see what the reaction is. Kind of.
I mean,
yeah, man.
I feel like we've been getting good reaction. We when we go and check, I guess, the stats on a lot of our stuff, it seems to be pretty good, and people listen to it. They actually, a lot of people prefer that over Saved, and I'm like, hey, it's two different songs. They're not both be the same, but if you like Denial over Saved, cool.
Yeah,
it's not a competition between the two songs.
Right. And do you guys? I mean, I know you guys been doing a lot of writing, and just like probably a lot of other bands. They aren't really having a lot of shows. I mean, a lot of national touring bands are starting to get their shows back, which is really awesome. But a lot of local bands, we're still, trying to wait it out and see. But I mean, you guys have been doing a lot of writing. Do you guys have any, of a new single that you guys are thinking about putting out, or do you have something that you're going to be putting out soon or within the works?
A lot of indecision.
Yeah.
we got like a handful of songs. Like, we've been working away. We got a handful of songs, and we're trying to decide what we should follow up Denial with.
Basically, what Brandon doesn't want to say is during the pandemic, he just went mad crazy with writing, and now we got a bunch of material, and we just got to finish it.
Exactly. Yeah, man. That's like the hard part, is like actually trying to finish a song. Like I have like 2 or 3 songs that I've been, kind of composing and working on, but just actually finishing them is like the hardest thing, because you're like, you never know when a song can be done. Because you're always thinking like something can always be done with it. Something can always like, you're like, oh, I can add something here, or let me put something in there. You never know like when you can actually like finish something, and when you're actually like satisfied with it.
I mean, even after it's done, I find like you'll find something, be like, okay, that's done. You'll put it out and be like, oh, I could have did this, I could have did that. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think that's when me and Mark were in the old band, like when we would record our stuff, and Nick, he would always be like, well, why don't we just do this? And we would always change it up live, and we would never play it the same way live as what it was in the recording.
I miss Nick.
I do too, man. I think about him all the time.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah, man. He was a cool dude. Shout out to Nick.
Dr. Pepper, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
actually, we do have this. Whoops. Some proper.
There you go.
We're proposing a toast to Nick.
To Nick.
Yeah, it's a Ryan from Groundless saying sorry I couldn't be on tonight, and he's just making sure I will not buy an 8x10.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He does
You're
not
damn
want
right. You won't.
Yeah, we
we
miss you, Ryan, on here. Wish you could have been here. But you are here in spirit, my friend, and especially Harry and Rick, everybody else. You guys are here in spirit. Really appreciate you guys coming on to the 1-year special, and it was fun. Hopefully we can get you guys on again, and maybe do like a live version of one of your songs that'll be coming out. That'd be pretty cool. If we can mix that down to a point, we can try to get that on the works too.
Yeah, I mean, I know
we'll practice it. We'll practice it. We'll see how
we'll practice it. But I know I've talked to the guys about it. We would love to do like, preview like an actual live song on your show. But yeah,
and Mark, I saw that you put out a drum cover
on your 1-year anniversary show, bro.
Yeah, man. And Mark, I saw you put out a drum cover for Denial, and that was awesome. So I knew we were talking personally, and you were really trying to invest in getting drum mics and doing a lot of your videos. So glad to see you finally got that. And the video and I saw you went to Johnny B for Vibe Studios to get the thing mixed and mastered. Everything came out really well, man. That stuff was really good. Are you planning to do any more like videos like
you
that?
kind of trailed off there. Yeah. What's up?
Are you planning to do any more of those type of videos?
Oh yeah. Yeah, nah, I was really happy with how that came out. And yeah, shout out to Johnny B. He did a phenomenal job because
Yes.
I am definitely not anyone. I'm a beginner when it comes to recording, and for just getting my feet wet, he really did a good job. And
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to doing. I think I'm going to do. Honestly, I think I'm going to do one for Saved next. Not quite sure,
Mm-hmm.
but there's definitely going to be more drum playthroughs in the future. And definitely, I'm going to dabble in some covers. So who knows? You get to see some groundless stuff out there. You'll get to see some covers.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ryan's definitely down for a live version of Denial, so that's 3
Yeah.
out of 2.
It will be done.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's been decided.
And we'll definitely put out some more covers too, because man, look at this wood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that, Mark, like your space kind of looks still the same way that it was when we were all kind of jamming back a couple years too. Like I know some of the things have changed, but it's cool to like the same surrounding is like still there.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, it's interesting the way this room's changed through the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got the little cameo of the Eyes of the Skyline drum thing in there too in the video. So I was I got you.
I had to get that in there. My I guess you could say my backdrop is really just a matter of for right now, it's more like things that are personal to me. Like you point out, I got the Eyes of the Skyline in there. I got the Paradigms in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm someone who's into like a lot of not like astrological hoe, but I like talking about like the cosmos and stuff. So that's like the tapestry in the back. It's just a little bit of me with my life,
Absolutely.
that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Well, I again just want to say thank you guys for coming on the show, and
pleasure's all ours, man.
I had the honor and privilege of being able to show you do the music video, showing off your music video for the first time.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys got a couple streams out of it and views out of it. So looking forward to more music from you guys, and hopefully in the coming months or within the next year, I'll be seeing you guys on the stage, and I'll be able to try to hopefully see you guys live.
And likewise to you, brother.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I can get some gigs in New Jersey. I know I've been looking, Mark. There's a venue right by in Berlin called the Baja Beach Bar. I'm not sure. I'll have to send you a link. It's in Berlin, but it's in Berlin, New Jersey. It's like the Baja Beach Bar. So I'm not sure where in Berlin.
I'll look it up because
ain't no beach here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I looked at it, I'm like, it doesn't look like anything in Berlin that I know. Yeah. But hey, I mean, if they're willing to do live music, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for New Jersey shows, I know Dave Earl, but I think Ryan was talking about getting back into booking shows. So talk to him; he might be able to help you out with something too.
Yeah, man.
All right,
we'll definitely be talking. But guys, thank you so much, and good luck with everything. And I'll definitely be talking to you guys very soon. All right.
All right, brother. You have a good
night.
Peace
out, brother.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too. All right, guys, that was Groundless. So they are a hardcore metal band out of the southern New Jersey area. So make sure you guys check them out and check out their song Denial. I had the privilege of actually debuting their music video on the show, and so they were on episode 15. So you guys can check that out on YouTube. The actual video episode of that. And if you want to get more audio footage and audio download, you can go to the Patreon page by becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/tabletalk table_talk. So you get a bunch of bonus footage and extra content. So we got 2 more guests lined up, you guys. Thank you all for sticking by, and we have our next guest who's been patiently waiting. So let's get to our next guest.
Gonna work my way on up. Gonna numb you in your sleep so you don't feel thing. Gonna wrap you all up when I'm done. Gonna take you on a ride in the back of my van. Tape you so you're sitting up.
I'll keep the back door open so you only see the road. Yodelay, bum, bum.
Hey, brother.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
That was great. I like seeing that little preview.
Yeah, I tried to start putting those. I was doing all that like last night. I'm like, I gotta get these little snippets in because I was thinking of how to like really bring people in instead of just being like having the same overlay the whole night and just bringing people in. I'm like, all right, well let me
I
just
know,
give
I
them a
love it.
small feature and everything. So I thought it was pretty cool, and I was hoping everybody was okay with the ones that I picked. But some I had to pick through the episodes, some I picked like through YouTube, and I'm like, all right, well I hope they're okay with these things.
I love that. That was great. That was perfect.
Thanks, man. So how you been?
Doing fine. I'm in a new condo with my brother.
Nice.
Out in Westchester now.
All right.
And how's your kid doing?
He's doing good. He just turned 10 months 2 days ago. So, yeah. So we were on episode 16. So I think that was maybe 2 months ago. So, yeah, he's like starting to crawl around now. He's starting to actually, be sitting up on his on the sofa and like moving to the sides and everything. So he's like, right there with trying to start walking too, and he's starting to get his own little personalities and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty great. That must be really cool to witness.
It is, man. It's so cool to, witness the first year of life because again, like I was saying this whole night that it's one thing that like everybody like remembers certain things throughout their life, but I feel some people don't necessarily always remember their first year of life unless it's somebody who's lived through your first life, like your parents. The only people you can really get that information from is your parents. Like, oh, what was I like in my first year? Like, when did I start walking and stuff? Like, you don't remember any of that stuff. When did my teeth start coming in? Like like, oh, this kid is like having so many teeth coming in at one time, and this kid's like in pain every once in a while. I'm like, but me personally, I don't remember being in pain with my teeth, but I'm like, this kid's had to be going through some like painful times with like you imagine like teeth coming through your gums and
you think you'd remember that sort of pain, but you don't. It's kind of
right.
weird.
So it's insane, but it's amazing to kind of see the progressions of your first year of life and everything that you do. It's amazing because you think
You're really
like
watching yourself in like when you
yeah,
were basically a
in
baby.
retrospect, yeah, you're watching yourself. It's crazy, man.
Mhm.
So so since the last time we spoke, have you still been kind of doing any live streams or any like performance wise, or kind of just staying on the background?
I did a couple of open mics, but yeah, I've been like staying away. I actually have a gig June 6th, the Sunday, at the Center for the Creative Arts in Delaware.
Nice.
It's like 12 to 4. So I don't know if anyone. It's just like this massive Yorkland Day event that's celebrating the history of Yorkland, Delaware. And they got me playing like 15-minute sets for like 4 hours. So it's
gotcha. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is it like strictly cover or original and cover, or just originals?
I asked them what they wanted, and I said I could literally do whatever you want. And they were like originals. They wanted me to do originals and covers. They were like the first. I had like some shows lined up with them through like before the pandemic, and I guess they were like, I was like the first one that they like called to be like, hey, since we canceled all your gigs, how about you have this one?
Right.
But,
yeah, man. So I see you have your guitar and everything ready. Did you want to play anything for us, or?
I mean, hopefully this is why I was invited on to play, right?
Yeah, I mean, I figured, I mean, it was kind of just like an open discussion with anybody, but if they were ready to kind of, play a little something, I'm not going to deny them for playing. So if you want to throw something on, what do you want to play?
I was literally, it's one of like my newer songs that I've written, and it's like really bleak sounding, but it's supposed to be funny with how like dark it is. I might have played it. I don't know if I played it last time or.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I've been working on it, and I finally kind of got it down. And it's just like a really funny. If you just look at how dark are the things that I'm saying, that's usually what I think is funny about it. But yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right, man. So what's the song called?
It's called it's called Eternal Darkness. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just overall overwhelming bleak song, and that's it's like Coen Brothers. Have you ever seen like a? That's what my sort of my inspiration was.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, let's hear it, brother.
Okay. We good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing any like the spotlights tonight, so it's just
Okay.
go.
Okay. I'll be to the darkness for an eternity. It's just me. None of my friends could make it, you see. I'm laying back to rest my head. Forget what I said. Don't mark my grave, my words are better left unread. Oh, I'm a fool for thinking it's true. There'll be nothing left to my name once I'm through. Hack me up, turn me into a stew. I don't care what you do. My mind is gone, and another consciousness we keep alive. The distant stars, some creature behind bars, praying to his God he could be something else somewhere far. Oh, we are fools, and it's only fair if we watch ourselves rot and sink into despair. Yes, it's true. Who will really care when all light slowly fades and our dust is scattered everywhere?
Woo. I like that, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's it's like it's mellow, but lyrically wise, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's yeah, it was like, everything going on. Sometimes you just think like, just fuck it all. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
mean to curse.
That's what songwriting's all about. I mean, it's what
I
just
didn't
kind of
know.
comes out.
I didn't mean to curse. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. That's what live streaming is all about. There's no reruns. It's all
All right.
good.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. No, but yeah, it's just sometimes you look at everything, the whole big picture. What's going on in America, what's going on in Europe, and you're just like,
Yeah.
just stop. Can you just
Yeah,
like it
it's
just end it all
yeah, it's like,
sometimes. But
it's like, can we just get back to like how things were, where, we just didn't care as much about what what everybody else is doing and just kind of go back to what I want to do.
yeah, and it's like I feel like I feel like that a lot of people say there needs to be like some sort of positive message in some songs, but like you know, sometimes you're really feeling that sort of negativity in you. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's good to really express like a dark side, even though sometimes it can, like for some people, it can sort of sound pathetic or in some ways. But it's just like, if you approach it like with a sense of humor, you can like, and you don't take yourself too seriously with that whole situation, you can
Yeah,
really express whatever the hell you want.
absolutely. But yeah, Nick, I wanted to say thank you for being a part of the first year of Table Talk, and I'm glad I was able to meet you because
Dude,
you were actually
I'm so grateful.
recommended. You came to me actually for the show, and I was honored to say, yeah, let's get you on, let's do it, let's get you on, and I'm glad I got to meet you and learn more about your music and yourself, and hopefully we can actually meet in person in the near
Dude, that
future.
would be
And
great to meet in person.
yeah, man, so let's get that hopefully set up and get that rolling, brother. So look forward to more music from you, and keeping up with your music journey. Go, make sure you guys, if you guys are in the local Delaware area, check out Nick Lyric. And where is it again you're playing?
I'm playing at Center for the Creative Arts in Delaware, June 6th, 12 to 4 p.m.
Awesome. Make sure you guys check him out, and check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere you can. And it's Bandcamp, right? You do have a
Yeah,
Bandcamp.
I have a Bandcamp and I have my own website. You just go to nicklerwick.com. Or Nick Lerwick.
nicklerwick.com.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you, Nick. Really appreciate it, and we'll be in touch, brother. All right. Have a good night. Thank
Yeah,
you again.
that was awesome. See you.
See ya. All right, guys, so that was Nick Lerwick. He was on episode 16 of the show. And again, if you want to check out that full episode, go to YouTube and, type in Table Talk episode 16 or Nick Lerwick. And you guys can check out that full episode. And you can check out some bonus footage from us on the Patreon page. And you can sign up and be a Patreon by going to patreon.com/table_talk and get some more exclusive content from that episode. So without further ado, we have one more guest that I'm proud to be saying that they've been waiting a long time, and I'm glad to be getting to talk to them. They are my label mates on Bongo Boy Records. So let's get to our last guests. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
How are you? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. How have y'all been?
We are awesome.
Awesome.
Great.
Music.
You guys look good. Thank you for being on, and thank you for being a part of the first year at Table Talk. And glad we're able to get a little bit of time to talk. Other than the times that we've met in person, we were able to get to know each other a little bit more, and it was
New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Bongo Boy just did a little get together. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there. Did you guys get to go?
We didn't get a chance to go either. We're sort of tied up at the time.
Yeah.
And 10-month old, your son. Yes, nice.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, he's definitely starting to get a personality. He's definitely, he's crawling around. He's, exploring the whole house and everything. And, he's definitely.
He'll start walking soon. Good luck.
He's close to it. Give it about a month.
Yeah.
He's already starting to like go on to our it's the side of our couch and start walking sideways a little bit. So it's close. It's coming. He's a fast learner.
And how's things going with you?
They're going good. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of more episodes of Table Talk. I got, a lot more episodes coming in season 2. And, I never would have thought of being an actual host to a TV show. I wish this was a TV show. Maybe if anybody watched this. But I never would have thought I'd be a host of like a podcast. Because I'm usually much of a person that's usually following people talking. I'm usually not the person that's always starting a conversation. So if anything, this has kind of broken me out of that shell and, made another one of my weaknesses a strength. So I've been really happy to be able to, break out of that, comfort zone of being like, oh, well, I don't really like talking to an empty audience or talking without having a motive behind it. But I've kind of learned to kind of just, go with the flow and, just kind of, go with how everything goes. Cause the show, I mean, it just, I don't really have too much of a script usually with the show.
Well,
it just
you're
goes
doing
off.
a great job.
Thanks,
You're
buddy.
doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. And you're doing a great job catching those rainbow trout too.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Yeah, man. I love doing that. I love doing some fly fishing, man.
Yeah, we fish a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a whole lot. Yeah, a whole
yeah.
lot.
That's like, other than music, fishing is definitely another like passion for me. That I love going out and just being, even if I'm not really catching anything that day, just being out there is awesome for me.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. It's
the
good.
Catching helps, but it's just being out there is the best thing. Yeah, man, and especially with the sport of fly fishing, because I actually started within this time, the last couple months, actually started to tie my own flies as well, and that's even like a art in itself. And I've gotten to the point where I can start like tying my own flies, and actually I've started to like catch fish on the flies that I tie, and that's like another milestone of like, oh, like I'm tricking these fish into catching something I made.
Now that's amazing. That's amazing when you can do that.
Yeah.
So you've been writing any new songs, working on some new music and stuff?
I'm still,
Yourself?
in the process of writing some stuff and finalizing some things. I have a couple, snippets of some stuff that I'm still working on.
Yeah.
I have a couple, like 1 or 2 collabs that I'm, finalizing with, a buddy of mine and maybe 1 or 2 other people that I've been, talking to. And, hopefully the second half of this year I can get, a song or 2 out and, kind of put that out there along with Table Talk. And, because I know I haven't had something since the beginning of 2020. So I definitely want to try to start releasing a little bit more here and there. So,
well, if you can collab with other people, it's really, really good. I mean, your songs go to a different place, and I mean, we love it because it just makes our song sound better. Getting other people to play in it, and sing in it, or stuff like that. It surprises us.
Absolutely.
So if you get a chance to do it, for sure, do it.
Yeah, and I don't get to do it often. So when I get the opportunity, I always try to do my best to go for it. And if somebody contacts me or something, I always try to go for it. And I see you guys like have the studio scene behind you. You guys in the midst of being in the studio now.
Yes, this is the first real good shots anybody's ever seen. We just finished and started recording. I don't know when.
A couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So. Yep. I mean, we've been recording, last year and stuff, working on a new album, Jerusalem Hill. But, because of COVID and everything else last year, it's like, you know what, let's just build our own studio. And, it was just, I had to do it, and we just started actually doing recording. Just started doing it right now.
And that's also when you have your own studio, too, because you don't have any boundaries. You can be in there, unlimited amounts of time working on whatever you want. Anytime. Yeah. And that's what I love about being in my home studio. I can be down here or whenever I want. If I want to, record a certain guitar part for like 3 hours, I don't have to worry about like a guy being on the clock saying, "Hey, you're only supposed to be here for 2 hours and you're wasting clock time." Like
Exactly. So, it's been fun. It's been fun. We look forward to being able to play and do some recording with other people and stuff like that again this year, like we did on Enoch, for the last album. We had a lot of people play with us and a lot of engineers. I mean, there was 26 people involved in that album.
It was a lot of
And it was a lot of
coordinating,
fun, a lot of
yes.
states, different countries, and we did some cool stuff. And we're just excited to start recording again. And
awesome.
Just excited. Just excited.
Yeah. Do you guys have any performances coming up, or are you guys just still waiting it out, just going to be in the studio for a little bit more?
We're going to be going to Rhode Island. And again, we're doing all the paperwork stuff tonight. We're going to be in Rhode Island. I don't know if we're going to play or not, but the indie show there, the collab show in Newport in September. I think we'll probably do something there.
Nice.
And we probably, if we get a chance to play, we'll play. They'll figure that out in the next few days or next week or something. But we're definitely committed to going. So we're going to be in Newport, Rhode Island in September 19th. Again, This is all fresh news. Nobody knows that.
You heard it first here on Table Talk. We bring you the news, just like my buddy Justin Yates. He's like, "Do you feel like a news anchor today?" I'm like, I certainly do, because you're like,
"Oh." How'd the show go today? I know you started at 7:30 and coordinating all these people to do this.
The show tonight couldn't have gone any better. I felt that I was expecting I was expecting some hiccups here and there, but it wasn't anything out of the norm of like you get, I only had like one little small sound issue with somebody, but for the most part, the show was great tonight. I'm glad everybody was able to come on, and thank you to all my guests who have been on tonight. And, thank you, Karen and Robert for being on the show, and hope we can, connect again in the near future in real person to actually, do some more stuff. And, we can catch up again. And, it's been fun. And I'm looking forward to, starting and networking with other musicians and building more relationships. That's what the show's all about, just trying to, get some of my musician friends and friends of their friends to kind of come on, have a conversation, and if somebody here finds a new artist and they want to start supporting them, then it's a win-win.
That's awesome, man. So we support you. We love that you're doing it. We had a blast last time we actually did the show with you. Was great. So
yeah, we love you, Anthony.
Yeah,
I love you guys too. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been fun, guys. But I definitely want to say thank you for being on again. And make sure you guys check out Inches from Sin, inchesfromsin.com. They seem to be, hardly working in the studio, so they're getting some music ready for you guys. So make sure you check them out. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Anything you guys want to, plug before?
Twitter, whatever. Just get out there and find inchesfromsin.com. Oh yeah, actually there is. Real quick, if you go to our website, inchesfromsin.com, we have a merch page set up where you can actually buy t-shirts and mugs, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of that, and support your local artists, especially in definitely these times where we're trying to get back into the swing of things. We're definitely going to need all the support we can get. So make sure you support all your local musicians, support everybody who's been on here tonight, and I just want to say, thank you guys, and thank you guys for being on here. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Okay.
All right. See you later.
Bye. All right, guys, that was Inches from Sin, and they were on episode 9, if I'm correct. Again, you guys can check that out on YouTube by searching Inches from Sin, Table Talk, Spoken Life Music. I would love for you guys to check that out. Guys, this has been an awesome night of remembering the 1 year mark of Table Talk. I had a blast talking with some of the past guests from the show, and even if they weren't on the show tonight, I want to give a shout out to everybody. If I don't name everybody, I'm sorry, but John Taylor, Phil Luna, Jairus Cook, Tom Curtis Jr., Matt and Lauren, there's so many more. Kevin Sataris, Anthony DeSalvatore Jr. We had so many people, and I'm glad I was able to, continue to build relationships with people. And this is what this show is all about: building relationships with musicians, and hopefully you, the viewer, finding a new musician to actually support. So, if anything, make sure you support Spoken Life Music by going to spokenlifemusic.com, checking out some music, and you can also check out the episodes of Table Talk right through my website. Check out all 22 episodes that are online, and make sure you go support all of those musicians when they do. And I really appreciate the support, guys. What an amazing first year anniversary show. Thank you, Spoken Life. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Without you guys and your support, none of this would be possible. And, here's to another extra year. I think I might take a week or two off to get set up for season 2, because I want to bring you guys some new features for season 2. But so if anything, I will be back at by the end of the month with the first episode of season 2, guys. So I want to say once more, thank you all for being here. I am Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life, and you've been watching Table Talk, guys. So if you haven't yet, please give this broadcast a share with a friend, and let them know about Table Talk every other Thursday starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I will see you guys on another episode. Thank you guys very much, and have a great night.